Welcome back to Fox Cricket. The West Indies 1 for 150. Fantastic shots by the drone looking across Perth and this magnificent ground at Optus. Pretty warm day today, and that drone is only part of the technology we have here at Fox Cricket. So what we're going to do over the next 10 minutes is show you exactly how the Fox broadcast gets to air. So I've come down from the Big Break studio, down the lift, 4 levels down, past the training nets, and down here. Gav's got the camera, so yeah, as you can see, very high tech. But what we're going to go in here and show you what happens in virtual eye. So the virtual eye crew, led in here by Tommy. Here's the big man. How are you, brother? Firstly, tell us what happens in this room and specifically here. So this is the DRS system?
Yeah, so this is our ball tracking technology. So every delivery of the match is tracked by 4 cameras strategically placed around the ground at 200 frames per second. From that, we collect the data and bring it to our other broadcast tools that you see at home.
So this is a leg before decision here. So what happens? What's happening with the cameras and the frames?
Yeah, so this was a DRS decision yesterday, Stark to Chanderpool, which went upstairs. So our 4 cameras around the ground are shooting at 200 frames per second to provide multiple data points.
Right.
And as we go down, this image you see here is the final image you see at home, where our data is overlaid to provide the final track for the DRS.
Okay, accuracy rating, what are you giving yourself?
Extremely accurate as can be, far more accurate than the human eye. So.
Right, and what happens over here in the corner? What are the boys doing over here?
So over here with Ollie and Ivan, we overlay our graphics over recorded clips with Oliver here, and Ivan in the corner we have our player tracking software where we provide the virtual mini-map and hyperfield which goes out on broadcast.
So what I want to show you here, if you can, Gav, you can get on this monitor here, and I'll show you with my hand. So when we started, don't roll it just yet, when we started 3 years ago, all you would see is the speed of the ball out of the bowler's hand. But now, with there's 200 frames a second, 200 frames a second, Tommy, you see everything. So you see the ball as it leaves the speed, hits the pitch, hits the bat, and then disappears. The other thing you'll see here, Tommy, which is fantastic new technology, is this arc of colour. So the blue following down to the red is the speed of the bat. So where the batsman is holding the bat, obviously due to a lever, there's not as much speed. And down the red area here is when the bat is at its quickest. Have I got that right, great man?
Yeah, that's correct. Yeah, so as we go down and the batsman goes to hit the ball, you can see it's very high velocity. And that's all done for our ball tracking cameras as well to provide 200 frames per second, very accurate back tracking.
Every ball of the test match?
Yeah, every delivery is tracked. For DRS, we do it for ball tracking, and then, obviously, back tracking's a new innovation this year that we're pretty proud to show off.
Good on you, Tommy. Appreciate it, boys. They do an outstanding job down here virtual. I watch the chair there, Gav. So Gav's normally our director, but he's taken up the camera. We'll show you around this way now into what is called BBG. Gav, what does that stand for? Gav said, don't know. He's our director, he doesn't have a clue. So we'll go. Oh, Gav's meant to be the guru. It was great to see you. In all seriousness, there's a lot happens in here. Just give us a brief rundown of the 3 or 4 things that happen in here, then we'll go into them.
Okay, we've got 4 gizmos in here.
Yep.
Hotspot,
Yep.
Snicko,
Yep.
Speed Gun,
Right.
and Kerry's Comet.
Kerry's Comet.
That's it.
Kerry loves the Comet. I want to know about the speed gun. So come over here, Gav. I'll get out of the way and you can bend down. So this is the speed gun. So this came about from the great Kerry Packer, yeah?
Yeah, that's right. We introduced it many, many years ago, and it basically, the requirement was that we had to get the speed up and running before the ball hit the keeper's gloves.
Which is unusual because you see a lot of test broadcasts and it might come up 5 seconds later, but I notice when we do it at Fox, bang,
Yep.
immediately.
It's up there really quickly, and it's all about giving the commentators more info to talk about, as it happens.
Now, over here, Hotspot. I'm fascinated by Hotspot. How many cameras, how does it work, how does it run, etc., Wizard?
Yeah, we've got 4 cameras out there, and they're actually the world's most sensitive military infrared cameras.
Right.
Yeah, and it took us a while to find the very best ones, but, they're all here now, and, in order to try and pick up a very faint edge from a long distance away, they have to be incredibly sensitive, and, they are. They're just the very best cameras that are made.
And the best part about this, so what happens when the DRS comes in, you've got the Hotspot but you've also got the Snicko. So you've got two systems operating completely independently. I think we've got, Slats, if you can roll the vision in of the microphones out in the middle. I think we shot, there we go. So that's the microphones next to the stump. So this is connected to Snicko. So how exactly does this work, Woz?
Yeah, well, Snicko is all about perfectly synchronising audio and video, so that at any time you can be very confident that you know exactly where the sound is. Whereas on that cast there, you can see balls in front of the bat on the left, not quite so sure on the right, and then as the ball hits the bat, there's the sound. Okay, so it's really all about perfectly synchronising audio and video and complementing it with hotspot. It's a little bit like if you go to the doctors and the doctor says, I need you to get an MRI and I need you to get an ultrasound. Here are the two different bits and pieces we can use together to find the actual exactly what happened.
Love it, Wizard. Thank you for the explanation. So what you need to understand, these guys are the best of what they do, and it's a privilege to have them on Fox Cricket because they turn up with a smile on their face every day. They work long hours. We're here at the cricket, and Woz doesn't even see the cricket ground because he's stuck out here at the back. So I want to show you now through the truck. So it's what we call an outside broadcast truck, but this is basically the centre of the whole operation. So we'll find our way through here. There's the great Robbie Mascara. For fans of Bert Newton, the great Belvedere, he's our #1 floor manager. So just imagine, you know, when you're trying to plug in the DVD or the Foxtel at home and you're confronted with all the different patching areas, imagine trying to put your way through that. So this is basically the back of the truck. So we're on a camera here. You can press your way through all the different cameras around the ground. Camera 4, go to camera 9, we go to camera 13, and then if we go back all the way back here, press that one, and then we find program on there, which is the blue one. I don't think I've got program there. And then on the left, we hit program, and there we go. There we go. There. Oh, wouldn't you just love? Wouldn't you just love, Gav? Imagine if I pulled a couple of these bad boys out. But we better not. We better not do that. So now I'll take you into the truck. Now this is where the best of the best work. It's fascinating in here about what goes on. Just watch those stairs, Gav, because I saw what you were doing last night at Gillies, and I know you need to just take it a touch easy. So this is Wolfie. Wolfie's the audio director. Great man. How are you?
Fabulous, mate. Thank you.
Well, how many different microphones have we got here?
Well, we've got 4 in the ground doing the stumps. We have 2 at each end, sort of a main and backup in case one fails. There's probably a dozen microphones up in the roof of the gantry just to pick up crowd noise.
Perfect.
There's obviously these microphones that we hear you talk through, the headset microphones, the commentary microphones.
So there's a lot.
There's a lot.
So it's Wolfie's job. He fades stuff up and down. So I'm on at the moment. So fade me down and I'll keep talking. So if Wolfie fades me down, you won't hear me and he fades me back up again. Wouldn't Wolfie love to do that through my commentary throughout the test match? Now we'll go through this way. We'll go through this way. This is a very important. Helen counts through everything. So she will tell you in year how long you've got till the over. She loves a camera, Helen. So how long have I got before the end of the segment? How much time have we got here?
3.5 minutes.
So 3.5, and if you go over time, Helen, she cracks it as well. Now, these are the graphics team here. So you'll see in the top corner there's the graphic. It says Day 3 West Indies, etc. So if there's a commentator come on, that's Will there. I don't know if Will can put a graphic up at the moment. So it's the display on the screen at any particular time. Will puts it away there on his buttons. He presses a few buttons, and there's Will's given himself his own super. So Will's done that. Have you got any other ones in there, Will, or not? Not all. He's got, I don't know. Yep, put myself up. What do we get up there? Oh, Will, good man, good man. Then actually, we'll go this way now. We'll go this way because these are these gentlemen and ladies in here, just gentlemen today. They are the lifeblood of the operation. So when you watch a game of cricket, you see it live, and then there are a series of replays. And the EVS team here run the replays. It's run by Ro here. Honestly, this is the heartbeat of the whole operation. Ro, great to see you. How long have you been doing this?
25 years, yeah, 25 summers on the road.
25 summers, and Ro is the best of the best. So, say we want to bring up Steve Smith's 200. So this is Ro over here. He's got a selection. So what are you doing here, Ro?
Our keywords here for each clip, and then, well, there's what have we got? 12 best angles. And I've got 8 operators in here, and then we all queue up our best angle, and and then we'll roll this to air. And Steve Smith's 200, probably the best angle, one of the best angles yesterday from camera 8.
That's the other thing Ro does. Hinksy, if you can see up here, so these are a selection of hard drives. So when Ian Smith is talking about his 9th wicket, 170 odd he made, and we want to see vision of that, Ro, you've got all sorts of stuff. So you've got all historical vision up there, and you go into the hard drives, yeah?
So all the way back to the 1980s and all our summers of cricket over the years. Here's one, Kim Hughes, the double century, and all the boys in the dressing room in Adelaide, I think, cheering on.
That's fantastic. You guys do an amazing job. So they are the ones that really bring the whole thing together. Now we'll come out here. Helen, how long have I got left? 67, minute 15 I've got, so we need to get a move on because I'll tell you what, if you go over time with Helen. Now this is Slats. Oh, this is Mitch, our producer, so he produces the show. We won't put him on camera because he's a very much behind the scenes man. But Slats, tell us, Slats is our director of lunch, and then we've got Gav, who's on camera at the moment, our director as well. So what are you doing here? This is extraordinary.
So basically we've got real-time views of every camera across the field.
How many cameras have we got here?
Something like 40, 45 cameras.
How many cameras on a game of footy?
Game of footy have maybe 9 or 10, so 4 times the amount.
Right.
And we sit here and try and make the game look interesting at all times of the day. And we all the cameramen can hear me.
Yep.
I've got Rory sitting next to me with all the buttons, so he does what I tell him to do, hopefully, and we basically try and make it interesting for everyone at home.
And do a brilliant job. Now, Helen, how long have we got left?
15 seconds.
So Helen's getting edgy now because we've only got 15 seconds. So Rory, he's the vision switcher. So if I want to take us to the break, what do I have to do here?
Hit that lever.
Hit that. I hope you enjoyed it. Do I have to just press the button? The West Indies won for 150. You're watching the big break. Roll it.